Most people do not lose control of their money because of one big mistake. They lose control because of small decisions repeated every single day. A coffee here, a subscription there, a quick online order, one extra meal outside. I'll start saving next month. And by the time the month ends, they ask the same painful question: where did all my money go? So let me ask you this. If an emergency happened tomorrow, a car repair, medical bill, job delay, rent problem, or family emergency, would you have enough savings to handle it without panic? That question is uncomfortable, but it is important. Because in America today, savings discipline is not just about becoming rich, it is about staying stable. It is about having breathing room. It is about not letting one surprise expense destroy your entire month. Today, we are talking about savings discipline. Not complicated investing, not get-rich-quick tricks, and not unrealistic advice. Just simple habits that can help everyday Americans build control over their money. First, let's be honest. Saving money is not easy. Prices are high. Rent is high. Groceries are expensive. Insurance costs are painful. Gas, utilities, phone bills, and basic household expenses can take most of your paycheck before you even think about saving. So when someone says, "Just save more," it can feel insulting. But savings discipline does not mean saving huge amounts right away. It means training yourself to treat saving as a monthly responsibility, not something you do only if money is left over. Because here is the problem. Money is rarely left over. If saving depends on what remains at the end of the month, most people will save nothing. Life will always find a way to use the money. That is why the first rule is simple. Save first, then spend. Even if it is $5, even if it is $10, even if it feels too small to matter. The amount is not the first victory. The habit is the victory. If you can train yourself to save something every time money comes in, you are building discipline. And discipline is what changes your financial life over time. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake people make with savings. They wait for the perfect time. They say, "I'll start saving when I make more money. I'll start after the holidays. I'll start when this bill is paid. I'll start when things calm down." But the truth is, life rarely becomes completely calm. There is always another bill, another emergency, another reason to delay. So instead of waiting for the perfect time, start with the smallest realistic amount you can keep doing. If you can save $20 per paycheck, do that. If you can save $10 per week, do that. If you can only save spare change digitally, do that. Small is not failure. Stopping is failure. Now here is a powerful way to think about saving. Your savings account is not just money. It is protection. It protects you from overdraft fees. It protects you from credit card debt. It protects you from payday loans. It protects you from borrowing from family. It protects you from panic. When you have even a small emergency fund, you make better decisions. You are not forced to choose the worst option because you have no cushion. That is why your first goal should not be some huge number like $10,000. Your first goal should be one small emergency buffer, maybe $100, then $250, then $500, then 1 month of basic expenses. Do not compare your savings to someone else's life. Compare your progress to where you were last month. Now let's talk about where savings discipline actually begins. It begins with knowing where your money is going. Many people do not have a money problem only because they earn too little. Some have a tracking problem. They do not realize how much is leaking through small spending. A few subscriptions, delivery fees, convenience store stops, app purchases, fast food, extra fees, unused memberships. These things may look small alone, but together they can quietly drain your account. So here is a simple challenge. For the next 7 days, do not change anything. Just track everything. Every purchase, every bill, every subscription, every cash withdrawal, every card swipe. At the end of 7 days, look at the list and ask, which of these purchases helped my life, and which ones just happened because I was not paying attention? That question can reveal a lot. You do not need to cut everything, you just need to find the leaks. Because saving money is often less about punishment and more about awareness. Now here is another important point. Savings discipline becomes easier when you separate your money. If all your money sits in one checking account, it is easy to spend it. You see the balance and think, I have money, but that balance may need to cover rent, food, gas, bills, and next week's expenses. So create separation. Use one account for bills. Use one account for spending. Use one account for savings if possible. When savings are separated, they are less tempting to spend. Some people even use automatic transfers. The moment their paycheck hits, a small amount moves to savings. That way, saving happens before emotions and excuses get involved. Automation is powerful because it removes the daily argument in your mind. You do not have to decide every time. The system decides for you. Now, let's talk about 5 savings mistakes that keep people stuck. Mistake number 1. Saving only when life feels easy. If you only save during easy months, your savings habit will be weak. Save something even during tight months, even if the amount is tiny. Mistake number 2. Keeping savings too easy to spend. If your savings are sitting in the same account you use for groceries and shopping, you may spend them without thinking. Separate savings from daily spending. Mistake number 3. Using savings for non-emergencies. A sale is not an emergency. A vacation deal is not an emergency. A new phone upgrade is not an emergency. Your emergency fund should be for real problems that could hurt your stability. Mistake number 4. Trying to save too much too fast. This sounds strange, but it happens. Someone gets motivated and tries to save an amount that is too high. Then they cannot keep up, they get discouraged, and they quit. Start with an amount you can actually maintain. Mistake number 5. Ignoring debt while trying to save. If high-interest debt is eating your money every month, you may need a balanced plan. Build a small emergency fund first, then work on expensive debt, while still saving something consistently if possible. Now let's talk about a simple saving system anyone can try. Step 1. Choose a starter goal. Do not begin with a huge number. Start with $100, $250, or $500. Step 2. Choose a saving amount. Pick an amount that is realistic. It could be $5 a week, $20 per paycheck, or a small automatic transfer. Step 3. Choose a trigger. Save when your paycheck arrives. Save when you get paid by a client. Save when you receive extra money. The trigger makes the habit automatic. Step 4. Protect the savings. Do not touch it unless it is a real emergency. Step 5. Review every month. At the end of each month, ask, did I save something? Did I avoid unnecessary spending? Did I improve even a little? That monthly review keeps you honest. Now here is the part most people need to hear. Savings discipline is not about perfection. You may miss a week. You may have to use your emergency fund. You may have a month where nothing goes as planned. That does not mean you failed. That means you are living real life. The key is to restart quickly. If you use your savings for a real emergency, do not feel guilty. That is what the money was for. Just begin rebuilding it. If you overspend 1 week, do not quit the entire plan. Adjust and continue. The people who build savings are not perfect. They are consistent. And consistency beats motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays when motivation disappears. So here is the main message. Saving money is not just a financial habit. It is a self-protection habit. It gives you options. It gives you peace. It gives you time to think before making desperate decisions. And it helps you stop living one surprise away from financial stress. Start small. Save first. Track your spending. Separate your savings. Avoid unnecessary leaks. And protect your emergency fund like it matters, because it does. Before you go, comment below. What is harder for you right now? Starting to save or keeping the savings untouched? Your answer may help someone else realize they are not alone. And remember this, you do not need to be rich to build savings discipline. You just need to start with one small habit and repeat it until it becomes part of your life.